been, getting in and making a lot of money off of it. What I'm loving is the independence that's been popping up. I believe Randy and his team called over 1,100 flips this week. They had a little competition going. We've been having Demetrius and Shantae and Kim and myself and I believe Sherilyn called a few trades and everything too. So I like the way that you guys have been coming together, especially since I've been having to go and take care of my family. But it hasn't stopped the work that needs to be done. And I do want y'all to know that I do know more than just the cloud, but I just prefer it because it just works perfect for me. But I did find something else I have been working on, trying to get it in for the scalping strategy is a demark in the cloud settings. Yes. Yes, Ms. Becca, right where you change the settings on the cloud, you should be able to see the trend a little bit better for the 10 to 20 pips to be able to get that. So hopefully that's been working out for you. If I need to, I'm sorry.
Thank you.
Oh, you're welcome. So if I need to do a refresher on that, I will. We'll just separate the groups like we've been doing on some of the different ones because everybody learns differently. And so I don't want anybody to get left behind. So if I have to separate the group, but I don't want anybody to get stagnated either. I want everybody to be able to learn. Yeah.
Dr. Kathy. Okay, so real quick before you really get, of course, this particular Zoom max is at 200. So I don't know if you need to go to your other one because I have people sending me messages saying they can't get in.
No, I ain't paying.
Works for me.
That was a Cardinal. When I was paying a Cardinal,
what time are we doing tomorrow?
4 o'clock.
I gotta go. I'll see y'all tomorrow.
What time is it tomorrow for those that are not making it on today that they can get on early tomorrow? What time?
4 p.m. Central Standard Time.
Thank you.
Get out early.
Yeah, I mean, when I was paying over $100 a month for this, we were going good, and then everybody just started breaking off, and there's nothing wrong with breaking off doing their own thing, but I wasn't going to keep me in that a month, and I only had like 40 to 70 people hopping on, so first come, first serve.
That part.
Okay, so, and like I was saying, I didn't want to stagnate those that wanted to learn a little bit more, and I didn't want to go too fast on those that didn't get it. So, so everybody, shout out the two, I can't call their names, but shout out the two that hit their goal this year, making the 8 figures. They did an awesome job, and I love the fact that this team is, doing this thing. I really do. So y'all should clap that up or something.
Oh my God, yes!
Thank you, Camille.
That's Tracy, right? That's Tracy, but Camille's excited too.
I love Tracy Ray. She's got a bunch of energy.
Oh my God, that's so amazing for them. Thank you so much for helping.
So that lets you know if they can do it, you can do it. And there's some others that's in here that's pretty close to getting there, and there's some that's still working on their goal. And as long as you keep working on it and you don't stop, then that's the whole point. Okay, so now I'm gonna talk to you about the Fibonacci fan. It's called the Fibonacci fan trade strategy. Okay, the Fibonacci fan Forex trading strategy is a Forex strategy that utilizes the iFibonacci Forex indicator. Y'all know I hate drawing and all that stuff. I did that in the beginning. Sometimes I just don't have time. But anyway, I'm not lazy, Nancy. I work smarter. So this indicator is based on the Fibonacci numbers and can be used to create several strategies around these Fibonacci numbers. Now, the strategy discussed here uses the Fibonacci fan component of the indicator to create the strategy. So it don't look like the regular Fibonacci one. Okay, it's like a fan. Okay, now on this strategy, it's to look when the Fibonacci fan is traced on the charts. The fan is made up of diagonal lines which are drawn into space on the chart, waiting for future price action, not trends, but future price action to define the activity that's going on around the line. The expectation is that the price action will retrace to these lines and form the basis for a long or short-term entry. And when I was practicing it in demo and everything, it did just that. It was, retracing to certain lines, and once it get on one, you'll see exactly where it's going. And it'll let you know if it's going to be long or short. It'll also give you a take profit and everything. For those that need to use a stop loss, I have done two pip stop loss and haven't got stopped out. But I recommend 5 to 10. Okay, for the long entry, these are the rules. A long position is initiated when the following indicator pattern is displayed on the chart. So once you see the pattern displayed on the chart, it lets you know if it's going to, be a buy or if it's going to be a sell, if it's going to be an uptrend or it's going to be a downtrend. That lets you know where price is going. Now the price action retraces to the Fibonacci fan. The price candle must bounce off of this line, and it must touch any of the lines without closing below the line. So if it touches the line and don't close below the line, you can tell exactly which direction it's going and where to set your take profit. Once the candle has touched the line without closing below it, set a long entry at the open of the next candle. If the previous trigger candle closes at some distance from the fan line, allow the price to pull back before initiating the long entry. Okay, so that last part, I'm going to read that part again. Once the candle has touched the line without closing below it, set a long entry at the open of the next candle. So it'll be the second candle after that. If the previous trigger candle closes at some distance from the fan line, allow the price to pull back. It's letting you know that it's going to pull back before initiating a long entry, a long buy or a long sell. Okay? Shantae, let them know I do it right after this one.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you. Okay, so this is an example of one. And Shantae is going to show you how to put it on your thing. Okay, so can y'all see this real good? Type yes or no. Yes, okay, good. Somebody asked me, was I giving out scalping settings? Oh, that's Shantae, okay. All right. So, okay, so right here, this is the 38.2 line. This is what the Fibonacci fan looks like. Now, we normally use the other Fibonacci where you see the zeros, the 50 and the 61.8 and all that. Well, this is the fan. It'll automatically pop up once you get this indicator on, and it works on any time frame. It'll automatically pop up and lets you know what direction that it's going at. And it'll always start where the lowest or the highest point was where it had hit. So that's sort of like your support and your resistance too. Now, or your floor and ceiling. So right here, when the candle bounces off of the 38.2 in an uptrend, you'll see a little wick right here. And you see this blue line that's right here. It'll automatically pop up on your charts when you add this to it. This blue line is considered to be your stop loss. And that's really like 2 pips away from where that candle opened up at, and it threw a little wick. That's your indication to get in for a buy. Y'all see it? So let me circle it. Right here is what I'm talking about. This candle right here. That's your indication to get in for a buy. And then you could buy it all the way up. It's going to go up to here. Now, of course, you're going to have some pullbacks. I've been trying to eliminate as much as possible, and I really can't. Now, to do 2 take profits, you can set your first take profit right here on the purple line. It will go to the purple line. So that will be your first take profit. When this candle, you see that it pulls back. When this candle opens up and the full body comes through this, it'll touch the 50 because it'll retest the 50 to see if it breaks through it. And right when it hits the take profit here, what always happens before it can go, go to the next take profit. It will always bounce from here to build up momentum, just to break through there to continue on. Y'all got that? Yes, no? Good. Okay, good. Okay, so always remember when you hit your first take profit, you're gonna have a pullback. So you don't have to get in that pullback if you don't want to. You can get out and know that it's gonna build momentum. When this candle opens up right here, it'll probably more than likely, from what I've did over the past few days when I was able to do so, and before I came here, it always touched the 50. But if it continues going, a full candle, the body keeps going through the touches the 38 and it goes through that, then it's going to go all the way up to here to your double zero. And that's your buy. And this is as simple as I can put it. So do y'all get that part? Any questions on that part so far? Good. Everybody get it? Good. I'm just trying to make it easier so that everybody can, hit their goal. The purple line automatically pops up. So I'm gonna do it again. Okay, so your candle. Anytime that the candle's now, you see right here, your fan is gonna form. Your fan is gonna form right here at the last lowest candle when it's getting ready to go into a buy. You'll see your fan pointing from that direction from the last low, even though that's a wick, but that's where it touched. And that's at your yearly low. You'll see it say YL, that's the yearly low. So, and it's letting you know that it's going up into a buy. Now, you could have got in it right here and rolled it up to here. But what I want you to pay attention to is when it hits off the 38, which, that still technically is on the 38.2. When it hits off the 38.2, right here, you can do a 2-pip stop loss. Your blue line is the stop loss. The blue line is a stop loss. I recommend you doing 5 to 10. So once it hits here on your from right here, it'll throw a wick. Time it if it closes above this 38.2. You can get in the next candle for a buy, or that's your entry right here for a buy. You can ride it up to the purple line because that's where it's going to go. And that could be your first take profit. If you're going to ride it a little longer, because it's still showing you a overall buy trend, just know that once it hits that purple line for your take profit, it will hit your purple line. It will bounce back to build momentum to break through that line to go up to the next take profit. Okay? So once it bounced back, as you see, the next opening candle opened up on the 50, right? This one right here, let me erase this real quick. This candle right here let you know that it was going to go down some more. It always bounces off the 50. And then it'll come through. If that full body comes through the 38.2, you can get in it for a buy and ride it all the way up to the double zero for your next take profit. Okay, now let me see if anybody has answers. I'm trying to make this as easy as possible because I am on a mission to create all these millionaires. We got student loans, we got bills, we need to be paying cash for everything.
Yes.
My kids' hospital bills are just, okay, they got to get serious. Okay. Uh-huh.
This is Dr. Carter. How you doing?
Hey, how you doing?
I'm good. So you said that wait for that. If you don't want to wait for the pullback, you'll get in once that candle passes the 38.2.
Yes. Wait till it hit that 38. Wait till that full body candle hits that 38.2. You can get in for a second take profit.
Okay.
Hey, Caddy.
Uh-huh.
Go ahead. I'll ask.
Just to confirm, when you add this to the chart, and I think Shantae said this, it automatically plots everything for you, or you have
Yes.
to. Okay. So.
Yeah, automatically. Camille, you know how our schedules are.
Yeah.
Mine is like, yours is worse than mine. But the way my schedules are set up, I don't have time to sit and draw.
That's a blessing. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
You're welcome. And I tested it out and it do work.
Hey, Dr. Kathy, this is Guinevere.
Hey, Gwen.
You know I trade off that Fibonacci. I love this.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah, I know you do. I know you do. And it just makes it easier because if you already know the fib, this should be a lot easier for you to be able to catch more pips or do a lot of, hold on, everybody's blowing me up. Shantae, type in the chat again.
I already got plans for this.
Oh, see, retirement, pip size. You can do whatever. Dr. Flattery, I'm gonna leave that strictly up to you on how you do it. Okay, now Rajon Bunch with the fib. I don't know the fib, but I understand this. That's why I picked this one because I knew that it would be a lot simpler for some to get. A lot of people want to learn the fib, but for some it's complicated, for some it's not. But I wanted to make it as easy as possible. Now, just imagine if you add the cloud to this, it's just even better.
Which is what I've been doing. It's awesome.
Yes. See, so you already know, Guinevere. So when you add the cloud to it, all it does is give you an extra confirmation.
Is this just for like to use this with swing trading or it's just for
Swing, scalping, whatever you want to do.
I'm going to see if I can go in. You've seen my screenshots where I name it Take Profit 1, 2, and 3. I'm going to try this tonight.
Yes.
If it works, I'll let you know.
And that's on any time frame. Anytime.
Can you show us how to add it?
Huh?
Can you show us how to add it?
Yeah, Shantae is going to do that. I just want to make sure everybody is on the same page. So y'all get the part on the buy. It's the same thing for the sale.
Dr. K,
Uh-huh.
you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
All
Is that
right,
Jeremy?
No, this is Lando.
Okay, Lando, uh-huh.
Okay. This blue line. I noticed you keep calling this blue line the 38. You say it's gonna bounce off the 38, but it looked like a 61. Is that 60 at the bottom here? The blue line right there.
This right here is the 38. This gold line right here, that's headed up. This line, that's the 68.
Oh! Now I see what you're calling 38. I thought you were calling the blue line the 38. All right, I got you.
This is the 38 right here. That's
Okay, I see it. Right.
And this blue line right here is your stop loss.
Oh, okay. Got you.
Good.
Okay, Dr. Kathy, hi, this is Sinitris.
Hey, girl.
Hi, now that because when he asked that question, I was thinking the same thing. So now I see the numbers. So could you go over the strategy one more time?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Thank you.
You're welcome. Okay, now this is,
This is Constance.
Hey.
I was gonna ask, what are that white line and that purple line?
The
white line's under the blue.
The purple line is your take profit in the yearly highs and yearly lows, and the blue line is your stop loss.
And then there's another purple one, like right under the number 38.2.
Yearly high.
Oh, okay, got it. Thanks.
Yearly low.
Got it.
This is your pivot point. Okay, so hold on, I got a couple more questions. The bandwidth is low, you can't hear. Maybe I should stick to texting questions. Yeah, text it, Max. I can't if I can't hear you. Yeah, the numbers are in the fan, Willie. It's in the fan. You can leave the settings the same. You can leave it as 9, 26, and 54, or you can leave it as 6, 13, and 26. Either way. Okay, now again, when it's in an uptrend, or when prices get ready to go into a buy. Now, keep in mind, it's not really following the trend. It's doing price action. Price action. So you want to get as much money as possible. So we're going to trade by price action. Okay, so it's going to always start at the yearly low. And trust me, the candle that, when it pulls it up here, is not too far from where it's done already hit. It'll automatically change and it go through. Your safest way to get in for a buy, now of course you could have rolled this part up. If you see this happening, by all means get in it. But know that it's gonna stop right here. And then it's gonna come back down and it's gonna build momentum. But when it hits this 38, for the safest way, it's gonna hit this 38.2. It's gonna open here. It's gonna throw a wick, give you a small body, and it's gonna throw another wick. You can get in, that's your cue to get in for a buy. The next one, that it'll open up on the 38.2. So you can get in it for your buy, either right here or right here, and ride it up to the purple line, however many pips that is. That's gonna be your take profit, your reverse take profit. Do know when it hits there, it's gonna bounce off of that to build momentum, so it can break through it, going on up to the next take profit. Now, you'll see a sign that it's gonna, this right here, this candle right here, this doji, will let you know that it's gonna come down to the 50 mark on Fibonacci. It's gonna come down to the 50. When this whole, you don't get in it right there, but you wait till it hits that 38. If that full body candle comes through that 38.2, get in it for the buy and ride it all the way up to your second take profit. Once it hits the double zeros up here, it's coming right back down. Now the thing is, if it don't break through the 38, you can still stay in it for the buy because it's gonna go back up. Make sense?
It does. I have a quick question, Dr. Kathy. Now, should we get in while it's still an active candle, or do we get in on the 38 after it closes?
No, you can get on it if it opens.
Okay, so as long as once it breaks through the 38.2, we can get in though it's still an active candle.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah. Long as that full body is coming through it, you can get in it.
Okay, great. Thank you.
Mm-hmm. And this right here, this candle lets you know that it's going to come down to the 50 because it has to build up much momentum to break through the yearly high. So it's going to come to the 50, bounce off, and go back up. Now, for those that do trade the Fibonacci, like Guinevere, she already knows this because she already knows that it comes down to the 50 and it'll break up. If it don't break through the 50, it's going to continue up into a buy. Am I right, Guinevere?
Yes, ma'am. Sorry, I had you on mute. I'm over here playing with this already on trading.
Oh, okay. Okay, so I'm gonna show you a sales one. Okay, yeah, 6/13/26 is it, and it sounds like both frames you can use. What time frame? Any time frame. BT, any time frame. You can use it on any time frame. I want you to, 10 pips is always the safest, and you can make a lot of money off of 10 pips. For those that don't want to, but those that want to swing trade and, offer your team a little bit more because, I know everybody's running after everything, but I didn't want to start introducing nothing else until I knew you had mastery one. When you master one, you master them all.
If you look at a lot of the swipe trades that come out, and you can click on the picture and you can see what they've sent. A lot of them have the Fibonacci's drawn on there, and that's their take profits 1, 2, and 3 is the 38, the 50, and the 61.
Yep. That's most of what they use. Cass said his 10 pipper bought him on Audi. I talked to a guy the other day. He bought a Maserati with his. So I'm like, Lord, I am not dreaming big enough. You hear that, Camille? We ain't dreaming big enough.
I know that's right. I'm about to give you a Maserati on deck.
Yeah, and I was like, you did what? Yeah, that's what I did with my money. I bought me a Maserati.
Dr. K,
I'm gonna pay this student loan
got me on the Word Network.
Huh?
10 Pips got me on the Word Network preaching.
Shut up.
Yes,
You got to be kidding me.
Gave us these dreams, Mom.
You better invite me.
Oh, you know I will.
The person who said it doesn't look the same on your cell phone, download the TradingView app because it looks like it on there.
Yeah. Now, I'm not sure. I haven't tried it on the cell phone. I put trades in on my cell phone, but now I just use the straight charts off the computer. because I can get a better reading, unless you do download TradingView.
Thank you so much. I'm trying to do this while I'm traveling, in the airport.
Yeah, I know. You're in the middle of, you got somewhere to be tomorrow, and you was up working all day.
Yeah.
The good thing about Fibonacci, you can go back and back test it easy. It's very easy to back test. Just go draw it, and you'll see it. It's like magic.
It is. It really is. But I didn't want to draw it myself, so that's why I found this. Okay, so everybody got that part. So I'm gonna show you the same thing with the sale. I'm not gonna stay on long because other people wants to get on. Okay, now for your stop loss, for long entries on your stop loss, if you pips below the fifth band where the long trade is initiated, I've been doing 2 pips, but I'm not gonna tell you to do 2 pips. Do anywhere from 5 to 10 pips. Now let me give you a disclaimer, because if you hit your stop loss, that ain't my fault. I don't control the market. I'm just giving you an example. Okay. Trading can contain substantial risk and is not suited for every investor. An investor could potentially lose all or more than their initial investment. Risk capital is money that could be lost without jeopardizing one's financial security or lifestyle. Only risk capital should be used for trading. Only those with sufficient risk capital should consider trading. Use proper risk management and do not risk no more than 3% of your account. And I want to put on here, whatever money you put in your broker's account, count it gone. So that way you don't have a heart attack if you lose it. When you make your money back and you pull out your initial deposit, what are you losing? Nothing. You just, everything else is straight interest. Okay? All right, I got like 7. Yeah, exactly. Okay, now, next one. Okay, for short entry rules. For the short entry, the trader should look for the following. Price bounces off a downward facing Fibonacci band. Take a picture of this. Price bounces off a downward facing Fibonacci band line. In this next example, this occurs in 2 areas. One at the 0.00 line and other one at the 38.2 fib band line. The short entry should be made as shown in the chart below. So let me find the chart. Right here. Okay, so I don't know if you can see it. Can y'all see that? Let me get the glasses. Okay, right here, it start coming through the 00. It's coming through the 00, and it's coming down. You can enter right here for a sale. Let me get my arrow. Okay, right here. Remember, I just read about the 00 for the short sale. This is on the 00 line right here. See it? This is the 00. When that happens, you can get in it, ride it all the way down to the 38.2 for your take profit. When it hits the 38.2, keep in mind, it's going to bounce back up to build up momentum so that it can come back through and break through like that whole body of that candle broke through. Once the whole body of that candle breaks through, then you can ride that all the way down to the 00 line for your next take profit. Your stop loss, you can put that right at 61.8. You can put that right there. Okay, so did that help? Is that making sense? Hold on, let me move this thing out of the way.
It's making sense. Dr. Kathy, I have a question.
Sure.
So does this work on a particular time or particular sessions, the London session or the New York session?
Any session.
Okay.
Any session. But money moves faster in the middle of the night. So, and right in the New York session before 10 o'clock.
Hi, Dr.
Okay.
Kate. This is Alicia. Quick question. Can you show me the picture again with the buy? I just wanted to take a screenshot to just have it for a template. Thank you.
I'll go back to it. Okay, one more time. You about to clear $1 million this year? Yeah, it's everybody in this group need to. Because I'm trying to build a legacy, and I want people to say, Dr. Kathy, help me, so that way my name will live on through history. Okay? Okay, will this pop up when we're at the yearly? It'll pop up when it's ready. So more than likely, it'll probably pop up at the lowest low, whatever the lowest low is, and that's usually at the yearly low. But you'll automatically see it on your screen. Okay, so let me go over this one more time, and then I'm gonna go back to that picture of the buy, and then I'm gonna hop off so I can hop on for the other group that didn't get on. Okay, now for a sale in your, of course, it's right up here. Your sale to enter is when it hits the double zero line. When that candle hits here, because you see these two didn't touch this line, right? That didn't touch, this didn't touch, and this didn't touch. But when, for your sale, on a short position on the sale, when that touches that double zero line, that body breaks through, you can write it down to 38.2. When you get to the 38.2, you will see this candle right here, where the wick is at the bottom, letting you know that it's going to pull back. It goes to the 50. That's your entry for sale number 2 when it starts coming back down, because it has to build momentum to break through the 38.2. When that whole body breaks through the 38.2, you can ride it all the way down to the double zero for your take profit. Any time frame. Got it?
Hi, Dr. Kate.
Hey.
Join the practice. I joined the below. Please, it's easy for one to see this where the candles have already been lined up. How do you know where to place the feet when the candles are not yet shown up?
How do I know when the candles did what?
Where to place your feet when the candles are not yet shown up, when the market has not yet happened?
You wait until it hits that 38.2 line if it's a buy, and you wait till it hits this double zero line right here. You wait till it hit that. You just have to sit and wait for it.
He's saying, how do you, like, right here, the candles are already there. He's saying, all right, so if we're, like, if these candles aren't here, how does he know when to put this fib in?
Oh no, I'm gonna give you the settings right after this, and it's gonna automatically pop up on your chart. It automatically pops up. You don't have to put the fib on you. It's not like the retraceable Fibonacci. This is the fan. It's automatic on every chart.
Hey, Kathy.
Mm-hmm.
Real quick, so you said on a buy when it gets to the 38.2, but on the sale it's the double zero?
Yes.
Okay.
You enter on the double zero for the sale. When it breaks through the 38.2, that's your second entry to get in to go down to the double zero for your second take profit. Your first take profit is going to hit the 38.2.
But on a buy, you wait for the 38.2 for your first entry.
Right.
Got it. Thank you.
You're welcome.
And for the sale, it's not going to hit the 50. You just wait for it to hit that 38.2 again, and then it'll go down to the zero. But for the buy, you wait for it to hit the 50 to go up to the double zero.
Right. Because yeah, exactly. Okay, now the one that was asking me about it being on the charts, Shantae is going to show y'all how to load it up right after we get finished. Okay, say that again. Okay, one more time.
Dr. K.
Mm-hmm.
Dr. K, it's Kim from Australia.
Hey, girl.
Hey. Just a question. Because you said that this appears on your charts, to use this strategy, do you simply just click through each of the currency pairs to check whether, to check all of the parameters?
Yeah.
And, choose the 15, 30-minute, 1 hour, whatever it is that you want to use, and you just simply click through all the currency pairs and, go through each of the steps until you find one that qualifies?
Yes, all of them, every currency pair automatically have on it once we give you the settings to put it in there, and you just add it to your charts, and make sure you save it too, because you might not want to use it every day, but make sure you save it, and whichever time frame you click, you will see this on there.
Okay, Dr. Kathy, thank you.
Dr. Kathy, I have a quick question with the fan. How does this work and how does this coincide when the news breaks? Because I know sometimes with the news breaks, it'll go up into a buy or sell, and then it'll retrace right back, or sometimes it'll keep going to that trend. So how does this fan actually work when the news?
I hadn't tried it with the news, but you can ask Kim next week.
Okay. Kim, I'll be asking.
Okay. So if it goes higher than that 100, if it's in a sale and if it's going up in a buy, if it breaks that, sometimes it don't even break that. So even when you're on the news, you still pretty much know where to set your take profits and stuff at. But Cam will perfect that, and then she will let you know. The indicator is preset, so the fan and the field will automatically be set on your computer. Okay, so let me go back to that buy picture. Y'all take a picture of this. I'm going to switch it. I'm going to go back to the buy so that somebody can see it. Okay, good. Okay, this is the buy picture. So on the buy, again, on the buy, I'm trying to make this as easy as possible, y'all. It's really not that complicated. Okay, your blue line is going to be considered your stop loss. So when you see price, okay, you're breaking up. You might have to type it in the chat. Okay, you was unclear about the sale and the 00, but I think my light bulb just went off. Good. Okay, now for the buy, you'll see when this is going into a buy, and remember, we're not doing trends, we're doing price action. This is price, where price is moving. Price means money. Wherever the money going, that's where we going. Okay? So it's going to always start down here. You'll see the fan when it starts down here at the yearly low. Of course, you can get in it for the buy, ride it up to the yearly high, so you take profit. Now, if you miss that, you see what happened. It bounced back just so it can continue on in a buy. And right here, when it hits the 38.2 for the buy, it's going to go up. It's going to form a doji. It lets you know what's going to happen next. By that wick, it's going to pull back. When the body of that candle touches that, you can really enter the buy right here on this one. You can enter your buy right here. But when that body of the candle touches that, you can ride that all the way up to the purple line, which is your take profit. Once it hits that yearly high again, it's going to bounce off, build momentum, go down to the 50, come back up when that whole body comes up through the 38.2. When you see the body of the candle go up through the 38.2, get in it for the buy, ride it all the way up to the 00, and that's your profit too. Once it hits that, of course, it's going to bounce back. If these candles do not touch this 38.2, it's still a buy. If it don't break through that 38.2, 38.2. This is the 38.2 right here. This is the regular Fibonacci. This is the fan. This is the regular one. If it don't break through this one, the fan, it's going to go right back up. If it breaks through it, then your fan will change. You'll automatically see it change, and then it'll start going in the other direction. Okay, so do everybody got that?
Yes.
Good. Okay, good. All right, let me erase that so I can finish. And then Shantae going to show you how to set it up. It should be in the Telegram to where you can put it on there, and then I'm going to hop off and get on to the next one. Remember your stop loss. Now, the exit strategy. For this indicator, you can use the fib fan above the entry or the Fibonacci retracement line above the entry. The fib fan in both cases, use the fib fan retracement line where there's resistance where the resistance occurs. So it's better if you use the fan on this one where the resistance occurs, unless you're really good at Fibonacci on the retracement. Stop loss again for your sell entry. I've been doing 2 pips, it never hit it, but I recommend 5 to 10 pips for those that want to do it. And trading disclaimer. Trading can contain substantial risk and is not suited for every investor. An investor could potentially lose all or more than their initial investment. It's called risk capital. Risk capital is money that can be lost without jeopardizing one's financial security or lifestyle. It should not affect your rent, your car note, your electric bill, your water bill. You should not be risking that money. Only risk capital should be used for trading only. And only those with sufficient risk capital should consider trading. Use proper risk management and do not risk no more than 3% of your account. Now, to take profit from this trade, the following should be used. And I think I just told you, the fifth band located immediately below the trade entry point. If price action is so strong as to break this landmark, then the fifth band retracement area next in line should be used. Now, this trading indicator is a 2-in-1 indicator, which encompasses the Fibonacci bands and the Fibonacci retracement level. This provides an opportunity, stop writing on my board. This provides an opportunity for the trader to use any of the 2 components to set up strategies for trade entries and exits. So I'm not taking away from the Fibonacci retracement because I know a lot of people just know how to use it. I just wanted something a little simpler. So that's why I use this one so that you still have both options. And all it's going to do is just give you a double confirmation. Once the trader applies the indicator to the charts, the key levels are set up by the indicator and projected into the future. Remember, that's why I use the cloud. I want future predictions of where it's going. I ain't got time to figure out if it goes here. I want to know where you're going. I don't already work too hard. I'm already retired once. I'm not working like that no more. I'll be fine, but I'm not going to work like that no more. Okay? I need to know where you're going. So once the trader applies the indicator to the charts, the key levels are set up by the indicator and projected into the future, allowing the trader to use the band lines and retracement lines as landmarks for trading. Okay? Let's see. Now, this is best used on any time frame, but the preferred time frame are the 30-minute, 1 hour, and 4 hour. I'm trying to turn you into a swing trader. Recommended trading sessions are anytime the signal appears on the chart, and it's for any currency pair. Now, for those who's ready to level up, you're looking for something new, and you want to have more, you just got to stay tuned. You can only get it here. You must be an active IML member, and it does all the work. Okay? So at this point, let's see, I'm going to get ready to turn it over to Shantae. Let's see, Constance, will you show how this coincides with the cloud? Tanya, when are you going to teach the scalping again? Oh, I could do it again for you. I forgot. I am so sorry. I am so sorry, Tanya. I completely forgot. I had a lot going on with the babies and trying to see my grandma, and I had to end up coming right back the same afternoon, really. Can you go back to the previous screen so you can screenshot? Got it? Okay. We'll probably do it Thursday.
We'll post a reminder in the team chat. If you're not in the team chat and under Dr. Kathy, you need to get with the person that signed you up so that you can be added to that team chat.
Yeah, I love Shantae. She's just like Camille. She keep me on point. Okay, so happy trading, Shantae.
Okay, 1 second, everyone. Thank you. Okay, everyone. The way to receive the indicator, you need to be in the iBuild Legacy team Telegram chat. If you're active, then you will automatically have access to it because I will post it there along with instructions. It's very easy. If you are not active, I suggest you get active so that you have access to it. If you are active and you're not in it, get with the person that signed you up, or you can send me a message with your screenshot so that I confirm that you are on Dr. Kathy's team and can be placed in there. Ideally, I would love for you to go back to the person who signed you up because they should have that information. But that is where the indicator will be placed so that you can download it and put it on your MT4. So with that being said, does anybody have any questions for me regarding receiving this indicator?
Do you want us to send you a screenshot to make sure that we're active, or you?
If you're not in her team chat, you can send it to me so that I can add you there so that you can get the indicator.
No, if we are in her team chat.
If you're in her team, you'll see it when I post it.
Okay.
Yes.
Shanta.
Yes.
You remember I trade off my phone, so how would that be possible?
We're going to use special Lando. We're going to work on that. We're going to work on that. I got you. We're going to figure something out.
Shantae, you're breaking up.
Hi, Shantae.
Yes. Yes.
Is this the template? Is it easy to download on an Apple laptop?
It is fairly easy. You essentially just have to be able to access when you're in your MT4. You'll be able to go to your data folder and it's like a paste and copy. It's not even really a download, it's a paste and copy.
Okay, thank you.
You're very welcome. It is the iBuild Legacy Dr. K team chat with the blue logo. If you're not on her team, I'm sorry. But if you are on her team, it will be posted there in approximately 5 minutes with instructions on how to add it to your MT4. Anybody else have any other questions? You can open your mics and ask me because the chat is moving kind of quickly. John, you wanted it in 4 minutes? I would like to go. Yes, Jennifer.
Is this a custom indicator, Shantae?
You could say that. It's custom in you don't have to have a whole gambit of templates to go with it. So we're able to pluck it out and we can share it. So I'll just be able to just pull it over and all you do is put it in. It does all the work for you. You don't have to change any settings. You can change your colors if you want to, but it's pretty much ready to go.
Let me say this real quick. If you fall up under Jazz, Pam, Randy, Wanda,
Alex,
Lee, Dwayne, you're on my team. I'm their chairman.
Me too, Dr. Kathy Sinitris.
And Sinitris.
Because we fall up under her line.
Me too, Johnson.
Yeah, Johnson, you're my direct sign up, so you're in.
Thanks.
And you're already in, Johnson.
And Kim Burke and the Australian team
yes,
as well.
And Miss Kim. Y'all, let me tell you, Kim saved my life in Austin. I got so sick, she walked me with a moving bag, and she gave me all her organic stuff. I took it and went to bed, woke up the next day, felt so much better. So Kim is she's my doctor and my undercover millionaire. So.
Well, I'm just glad it helped. Glad it helped.
Okay. Again,
okay, sorry. For the Australians that didn't recap, and Kim, I'll probably be able to see directly, go to the We Build Legacies Facebook site, get on the Telegram. Is that correct? I'll just be.
I'll post the link in our Telegram feed. I think that's Lee. I'll post it in there for you.
Thank you, Kim. Appreciate it. And love your work, okay?
Okay.
Thank you.
Again, if you're under those individuals, they should have the link. If you cannot, at least in the next couple hours, get the link from them or someone else on the team that's there. then you can send me a screenshot. I would rather you go through the person that signed you up or your chairman that's under Dr. Kathy and get the team link, because that'll make it easier for me to continue on instead of trying to check 40, 50, 60, 100 screenshots, because that will cause a serious delay. But I am going to post it here in a couple of minutes as soon as we get off. If there are not any more questions, then we're going to, you're very welcome, John. Then we're going to let you all go so that Dr. Kathy can go ahead and get those that were not on early. And if you want to rejoin to do it again, I ask that you give it about 10 or 15 minutes so that those that were not able to make it the first time can get on now. Again, please do not send me your screenshot if you're already in the team chat. Please do not send me your screenshot if you have not tried to get with your chairman or person that signed you up first.
Dr. K. Is Coach Macon directly up under you?
Yes, he is.
Okay, we up under him.
All right, you good to go?
Thank
you.
Dr. Kathy, can I ask you one question before you leave? This is Sadara. Are you going to go over this like on Tuesday mornings when you do the team trading?
When I do the team, yeah, I'll do it again, but I'm not sure if I'm going to do the 2 a.m. because here lately I've been dealing with my daughter. So she's been getting my undivided attention until after she gets a little better. I'm going to have to slow down the 2 o'clock session because I'm up with her all day and I don't get to lay down and she usually get